Hey, hi, it's Judy Converse, pediatric nutrition expert here. And once again, I'm at my blog, lots of questions. Thank you all for sending in so many great questions. As usual, one of my most popular posts is about Pediasure and how it can fail. A lot of parents having a lot of issues with that. And it's also kind of the go-to that a lot of pediatricians just tell you to use. Well, why isn't it working? Here's a case of a 2-year-old who has not eaten food since age 15 months. Pediatrician wanted me to force him to eat. That didn't work. He's gagging, vomiting. He's had only Pediasure juice and almond milk for a year or so, which is not going to be adequate nutrition, obviously, for developing brain or body. He's been in OT, becoming comfortable with touching food. Gags if it touches his lips, will bite play food. So my goodness, this is quite a mess. And I think the thing that most upsets me about it is that the pediatricians, and this is very common, and I know I'm hitting hard on those guys here, they're not giving you guys the guidance you need to get this to work right. For whatever reason, that's a whole issue right there. But definitely this is not cool for this child and their developing brain and their developing biome. Age 0 to 3, we really rely on the progression of a normal gut microbiome. The microbes that live in there are going to serve us, and they help us digest food. They help our immune system set up. So really important that this can work. This degree of a picky appetite is also going to leave a child malnourished. If he's biting non-food objects that are not even food models that don't look like food, he's probably anemic or close to it. Bottom line, and I get so many letters or comments and requests about this, what's happening here is basically 3 things. The Pediasure protein is casein and soy. And in a gut that is not quite up to speed at this age, those proteins are going to be absorbed in a form that looks like sort of like an opiate to the brain. And that's really addicting, and those kids are going to be super picky. They're going to refuse other foods. If there's vomiting in the mix and gagging, that in terms of clinical signs can relate to zinc status, mineral status, iron status, or small intestine bacterial overgrowth, or insufficient stomach acid. A lot of these kids have been given reflux medicines, and that basically downgrades digestion so that digestion isn't very well initiated, and food just sits in the stomach and comes back up. So a lot of things to fix here, but definitely fixable. I think when I'm working with a scenario like this in my clinical practice, the first thing I want to do is check out what the biome is up to, what it's lacking, what's in charge in there, because those things will immediately, once they're corrected, start to help digestion. And then you can kind of work downstream from that. But I think my main message on this is I so applaud parents for speaking up to their pediatricians about these kids who are really struggling to eat. They deserve to eat, grow, enjoy food. This isn't okay. It might be very common, but it isn't normal. And there's a lot of ways to fix this. Please stay tuned with me on my Facebook page, Nutrition Care for Children on Facebook. You can sign up for my newsletter at nutritioncare.net. I'm going to be announcing some new resources soon to try to help more folks. So many are asking for help. So thank you so much for checking in, and keep sending in those questions for me at nutritioncare.net. Thanks.